Guadalupe Colonel.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please come with me.
Okay.
So, where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Okay. So, how are you today?
Fine.
This is my office.
Oh.
Please put your purse on the middle chair. Please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
Yes, I do.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
May I see your green card and your driver's license or California ID card?
Yes, here you are. Good.
Thank you.
Carlos Ruiz.
Yes.
You are Carlos Ruiz?
Yes, I am.
Follow me, please.
Okay.
How was the traffic today?
It was pretty good.
And how long did it take you to get here?
About an hour and a half.
Why are you here today?
So I want to become a U.S. citizen.
Oh, I see. Well, follow me here.
Okay.
Please stand by my desk and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
I need to see your alien registration card, a photo ID of your driver's license or your driver's license.
Okay. Here you are.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Name?
It's Eva Maria Martinez Lopez.
And do you want to change your name?
No, it's not.
Do you still have the same address?
Yes, I do.
And what is your phone number with the area code?
Area code 831-449-2140.
And what is your date of birth?
It's 429-57.
And what is your social security number?
It's 550-89-8500.
And how long have you been a permanent resident?
22 years.
Good, thank you.
Do you still live at 144 North Hebron Street in Salinas?
No, I don't.
What is your current address?
My current address is 1206 Garner Avenue in Salinas.
What is your zip code?
My zip code is 93905.
When did you move to your new address?
January 1st, 1999.
When did you become a lawful permanent resident?
August 18, 1984.
Where were you born?
In Mexico.
How tall are you?
5'3".
Thank you.
Okay, now it's your turn to answer some questions. Are you ready? What is your full name? Do you want to change your name? Do you still have the same address? How long have you lived at your current address? What is your date of birth? What is your phone number with the area code? When were you admitted as a lawful permanent resident? Now let's look at residence questions. You were asked to list on the N400 application all of your addresses during the last 5 years. Here are 2 examples of questions you might be asked.
What is your current address?
1314 Tampico Avenue.
Is that a house or apartment?
It's a house.
How long have you lived at your current address?
For 2 years.
What was your previous address?
916 Del Monte Avenue.
How long did you live there?
For 7 years.
How long have you lived in California?
29 years.
Have you lived in any other states?
Yes.
In what states?
Arizona.
Do you intend to reside permanently in the United States?
Yes, I do.
Now it's your turn to answer some questions. Are you ready? What is your current address? Is that a house or apartment? How long have you lived there? What was your previous address? Do you intend to live permanently in the United States?
Do you still work for the same company?
Yes, I do.
How long have you worked there?
6 years.
Okay. What is the name of your employer?
Fresh Express.
And what do you do in your job?
I check up the quality of the salads.
Quality of the salads, good. Is your husband working?
Yes, he is.
Okay, and what does he do?
He is sanitation manager.
Sanitation manager. Okay, great.
Are you working now, Letty?
Yes.
Where do you work?
AM PM.
What is your position there?
Cashier.
How many years have you worked there?
1 year.
Where did you work before that?
At 24-hour fitness center.
What did you do there?
I used to work at the child care center.
Do you still work at Escamilla and Sons?
No, I don't.
Who is your new employer?
Man packing.
What is the address?
Here's my check stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. When did you start work there?
November 15 last year.
Is your husband employed?
Excuse me. Can you repeat, please?
Is your husband working?
No, he is retired.
Thank you.
Now is your turn to answer some questions. Are you ready? Do you still work for the same company? Are you working now? What is the name of your employer? How long have you worked there? What do you do? Very good.
Okay, let's try some other work questions. Are you working now? Does your spouse work? What kind of work does he or she do? Who was your last employer? How long did you work there? Very good.
How many times have you been out of the United States since you became a permanent resident?
4 times.
When was the last time you left?
November 26, 1999.
When did you return?
January 2nd, 2000.
What was the reason for your trip?
Vacation.
Have you ever been out of the United States for more than 6 months?
No, I haven't.
Since becoming a permanent resident, have you been out of the United States?
Yes, I have.
Since you filed your petition for naturalization, have you been out of the United States?
Yes, I have.
When was your last trip out of the U.S.?
June 6, 1998.
How long were you gone?
For 3 weeks.
What was your destination?
Ica, Peru, South America.
Now is your turn to answer some questions. Are you ready? How many times have you been out of the United States since you got your alien registration card? Since you mailed your application for citizenship, have you been out of the United States? When was the last time you left the country? When did you return? What was the reason for your trip? Have you ever been out of the United States for more than 6 months? Very good.
Are you single or married?
I am married.
Does your wife live with you?
Yes.
And how many times have you been married?
Only one time.
And your wife, how many times has she been married?
Only one time too.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
Does your wife have a permanent resident card?
No, she is a citizen.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Maria, what is your marital status?
I am married.
You're married, okay. And how many times have you been married?
2 times.
All right. And when did you get the divorce from the first husband?
January 16, 1972.
All right. And he was also a permanent resident?
He never came to the United States.
Okay. How many children do you have?
5.
5. And they were all born in the United States?
2 in Mexico and 3 in the United States.
Okay. Alrighty. And how old are they?
Luis is 13, Andrea is 12, Juan is 7, Simetri is 6, and Juan Jesus is 1.
Okay.
Valeria, are you still married to Victor Mora?
Yes, I am.
Is he a permanent resident or a U.S. citizen?
He is a permanent resident.
And you have 2 children, is that right?
Yes.
Where were they born?
Excuse me? When or where?
Where?
In the United States?
Do they live with you?
Yes, they do.
Now is your turn to answer some questions. Are you ready? What is your marital status? How many times have you been married? How many children do you have? Were they born in the United States? Do they live with you? Is your husband or wife a permanent resident? Very good.
Now we come to the section involving memberships and moral character. If you answer yes to any of these questions, you should talk to a lawyer before mailing your application. Especially serious are questions about helping illegal aliens to cross the border into the U.S., selling or smuggling drugs, and deportation. Page 8 of the N400 has a lot of difficult vocabulary. Although it's easy to practice saying no, I haven't to most of Part 10, the INS examiner wants to make sure that you understand all of the questions and that you are not just guessing the answer. Ask your teacher, a friend, or a family member to translate these questions into your language if you don't completely understand them. That way you will be better prepared to answer them. Also, it's important to know that all of these questions are routine questions. Sometimes students take them very personally, especially the question about prostitution. Remember, they can ask any and every question that you answered on the N400 application form. Occasionally, the INS examiner will ask you to explain a word to them. Be prepared to do so. Let's look at one example.
Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
No, I have not.
Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution?
No.
Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No, I have not.
Have you ever given any false or misleading testimony to any government official while applying for any immigration benefit or to prevent deportation or removal?
No, I have not.
Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
Excuse me?
Have you ever told anyone that you are a U.S. citizen?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever voted in the United States?
No, I have not.
Did you vote in Turkey?
Yes, I have.
Are you going to vote when you become a citizen?
Yes, I will.
Very good.
Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership, or political opinion?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been a member or been associated with a terrorist organization?
No.
Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence?
No.
Have you ever helped anyone enter or try to enter the United States illegally?
No.
Have you ever been associated in any way with the Nazi government of Germany?
No.
Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution within the last 5 years?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been deported?
No.
Did you register with a selective service?
What was it?
Selective service. It's our draft board.
No, I was too old.
Okay. Are you a member of any organization or club?
Yes, I am.
What group do you belong to?
Team Stars.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now it's your turn to answer some questions. Are you ready? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard or had problems with alcohol? Have you ever been a trafficker in narcotic drugs or marijuana? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever claimed in writing or in any other way to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever helped an alien to enter the U.S. illegally? Have you ever voted in the United States? Are you going to vote when you become a citizen? That's it. Very good. One of the questions you just heard was about deportation. The INS requests your original green card file when you submit your application, and they have it on the desk during your interview. If you lie about being deported, you may fail the interview and have to go to a second interview before INS can determine if you pass your test. You could also be denied your citizenship if you lie under oath about being deported. In one of the last dialogues, you heard a question about selective service. There are a few questions about military service that will only be asked to male applicants. If you are a man and when you got your green card, you were between 18 and 26 years old, you should have registered with the selective service. If you got your permanent residency card after you were 26, you can say, "I was too old." If you were told that it was your responsibility to register and you signed an agreement that you would register during your permanent residency process and you didn't register, this could be a problem. You should talk to an immigration attorney or someone from a nonprofit immigration assistance agency. Now we will look at some questions related to taxes and arrests. If you didn't pay your taxes 1 year or more than 1 year and need to do so, you should pay before going to your interview and bring proof that you have paid or have an agreement with the IRS to pay money each month. If you have been arrested at any time in the United States for any reason, we strongly recommend that you speak to a lawyer before mailing your N-400 application for citizenship. Additionally, you will need to go to the court where your hearing took place or where you were ordered to pay a fine or perform community service and get what is called the disposition of the case. This official court document includes the nature of the offense and the outcome of the case. You cannot get an acceptable document from the DMV, the police, the sheriff, or the highway patrol. The paper must come from the court. If you don't take it to the interview or send it with your N-400 application, you will be asked to bring it within a short period of time and your case will be delayed. This includes false arrests in which you did nothing wrong, but the police confused you with another person. You were still arrested and you need to tell the truth. When your fingerprints are taken by the INS, they go to the FBI in Washington, D.C., where they have a complete record of any problems you have had with the police while in the United States. Applicants have been denied citizenship because they lied about their arrest under oath or did not provide all of the information the INS asked for. Telling the truth is extremely important to the INS. If you have been arrested, you may be asked questions such as when, where, the offense, to explain what happened, and to tell the outcome of the case. Practice these questions with your teacher, friend, or family member. For legal advice and help with your case, contact a nonprofit immigration assistance agency or an immigration attorney. You can contact the INS for a list of the Board of Immigration Appeals accredited agencies.
Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes.
Do you owe any federal taxes?
Excuse me, what's
Do you need to pay money in taxes to the U.S. government?
Oh, no.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Have you ever been stopped by the police?
Yes.
How many tickets have you received?
1.
Okay. What was the offense?
Speeding.
Did you pay the fine?
Yes.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes, I do.
When did you file your last federal income tax return?
In March last year.
Okay. Since becoming a lawful permanent resident, have you ever failed to file a required federal, state, or local income tax return?
No.
Do you owe any federal, state, or local taxes that are overdue?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been in jail?
No.
Have you ever been cited, charged, or convicted of a crime or offense?
Well, a long time ago I received a ticket.
Okay, and what was the reason?
It was for my overspeeding, and
My brother, he had an open can beer in the back seat of the car.
Did you pay a fine?
Yes, I did.
When did you receive the ticket?
Excuse me, when?
When did you receive the ticket?
In March 1995.
And where did you receive the ticket?
In Denver.
Okay. Were you ever put on probation?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now it's your turn. Are you ready? Do you pay your taxes every year? Do you owe any federal taxes? When was the last time you filed your federal income tax return? Have you ever been arrested? Have you ever been stopped by the police? How many tickets have you received? Fine.
Finally, we come to Part 10, Section H, Oath Requirements. On the N400 form, there are 6 questions which should all have a yes answer. If you are a member of a religious group, such as the Jehovah's Witnesses, you may answer no to the questions about bearing arms or swearing allegiance, but you must take an official letter from your church stating that you are a member in good standing and the reasons why you cannot bear arms or take the oath of allegiance. Here are some questions you may be asked. We have added questions that ask for related information.
Do you believe in the United States Constitution?
Yes, I do.
What is the United States Constitution?
It is the supreme law of the land.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, I am.
And do you know what an oath is?
Yes. I promise.
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the armed forces if the law requires it?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Do you believe in our form of government?
Yes, I do.
What form of government do we have?
Democracy and a republic.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the U.S.?
Yes, I am.
Do you understand to bear arms? What does it mean to bear arms?
Yes. If there is a war, I can be a soldier and fight for United States.
Are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes, I am.
Now it's your turn. Are you ready? Do you believe in the U.S. Constitution? What is the U.S. Constitution? Do you believe in our form of government? What form of government do we have? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Do you know what an oath is? Very good. Congratulations, you have finished answering questions related to the N400 application form.
Now I'd like you to answer some questions about U.S. history and government. Here's a list of questions. I want you to read each one and tell me the answer.
Who is the president of the United States today? George Bush. Who makes the law for U.S.? The Congress. How many U.S. senators are there from each state? 2. Who are the 2 U.S. senators from California? Barbara Baxen and Diana Feinstein. From what country did we get our independence? England. Who was Martin Luther King Jr.? An important civil rights leader. Who said give me liberty or give me death? Patrick Henry. What is the capital of your state? Sacramento.
Very good.
Okay, Maria, I'm going to ask you some questions pertaining to U.S. government and history. Okay? What are the 3 branches of the U.S. government?
Legislative, executive, and judicial.
Good. In what month do we elect the president?
In November.
Okay. What are the first 10 amendments of the Constitution called?
Bill of the Rights.
Yes. If the president dies, who takes his place?
The vice president.
Okay. What is the name of our vice president today?
Dick Cheney.
Right. Okay. What are the 49th and 50th states?
Alaska and Hawaii.
What is the supreme law in the United States?
Constitution.
Okay. Can it be changed?
Yes, with amendments.
Okay. How many amendments does the Constitution have?
27.
Good.
Okay, now I'd like to ask you some questions about our government. Can you tell me the colors of the flags, the United States flag?
Red, white, and blue.
What color are the stars on the flag?
It's white.
Can you tell me what the Congress is?
It's the Senate and the House Representative.
Very good, very good. Who's the governor of California?
Grace Davis.
And what is our national anthem?
The Star Spangled Banner.
Very good, very good. Who is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
William Rehnquist.
Can you name a few of the 13 original colonies?
Yes, Virginia, Maryland, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Delaware, Rhode Island. Oh.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, I would like to dictate a sentence to you and have you write it in English for us. Are you ready to do that?
Yes.
Thank you. I would like you to write, I love my family. Very good, very good. Thank you.
Rosalio, I will need to dictate a sentence to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. What color is your car, Rosalio?
My car is blue.
Okay, and can you write that for me on this piece of paper?
Yes.
That's very good, Rosa. Okay, thank you very much.
Elsa, now I'm going to ask you to write a sentence for me. Here's a piece of paper and a pen. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Please write, all citizens have the right to vote. All citizens have the right to vote. Have the right to vote. To vote. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dreamed of. Men should wear a suit and tie, and women should wear dressy clothes. This sends the message that U.S. citizenship is really important to you, and this day is one of the most important days of your life. Some applicants have arrived at the INS office